and taken his opponent.
Let me mute this. Here's the issue I'm having. 126-pound now champion, WBO champion, Oscar Valdez just defeated a fighter via second round stoppage, body shots. His name is Matias Carlos Adrian Rueda. He was 26-0 coming into this fight with 23 KOs. Now, I like Oscar Valdez and everything. He's a very good fighter, and you know, he was destined to be a champion, but basically the WBO just pretty much gave him the belt. Now, the belt that he won tonight was Vasil Lomachenko's vacated title that he vacated just last week because he's going to be staying at 130 pounds. Also, there's a rule where you can't be a champion in two different divisions with the WBO. Remember what happened with the Demetrius Andrade situation. They basically told him, well, listen, if you want to take Peter Quillen's Peter Quillen's spot and fight Matt Korobov at 160, then you got to give up that 154-pound title. The point I'm trying to make is, I talk about a lot of stuff on my social media, even though I'm not doing videos as much as I used to. Got a website launching very, very, very soon. And once that's done, all this is going to be back to being a full-time job again. You know, doing videos 4 to 5 days a week, doing a podcast, and then, of course, everything that comes with running a website. But the point I'm trying to make is the WBO is in cahoots with HBO and Bob Arum. Because I'm thinking, well, damn, he don't fight no title eliminator or nothing. And it wouldn't be as shady if Lomachenko didn't drop his belt last week, you know? So, you know, just look more deeply into it. Go look at the WBO rankings and you'll notice something, or you'll notice a certain somebody's fighters are missing from being champions. So when it comes to 126-pound division, now, of course, Oscar Valdez was number 1, and it's Matias Adrian Rueda was number 2. Yes, but I guess shouldn't they have fought? You know, I don't know. I got to look up the rules. But when it comes to the WBO rankings at 126 pounds, there's really not anything there. You know, of course, you have Joseph Diaz. He's pretty good. You got I barely know any of these names. You know, I barely know any of these names. But at the same time, Oscar Valdez is on his way to being a superstar. You know, he is that good. And they teased that a potential fight with him and Lomachenko can happen in the future because Lomachenko had basically schooled Oscar Valdez in the amateurs. So, you know, that's something to look forward to. But unless he's going to try to, you know, unify and fight maybe a Santa Cruz, you know, or a Lee Selby, or a Gary Russell, you can expect for him to be fighting. Where's Oscar Valdez from? You can expect for him to be fighting. Let me see. He's from Mexico. Okay, he'll probably be fighting in cards in like Texas, you know, and Arizona against those top 15, you know, WBO guys. You know, but one thing about Bob Arum is he does like to match his fighters tough, and the fact that him and Heyman are able to work together now, you know, maybe we could see him versus a Leo Santa Cruz. But I do know that remember, Leo Santa Cruz is the WBA. Okay, let me point it out to you. Gary Russell is the WBC champion at 126. Leo Santa Cruz is the WBA Super World champion at 126. Lee Selby is the IBF champion at 126, and then you have the WBO, you know, which Valdez just won. Now, from my understanding, Heyman has a plan for the winner of Frampton and Santa Cruz to either fight Lee Selby, who he manages, or fight Gary Russell, who he also manages. You know, and Gary Russell's been saying he wants a Vasil Lomachenko rematch. So right now, the future for Oscar Valdez is very, 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 very bright. You know, we're going to see basically how good he can be, but also it's going to be interesting to see like how they match him up going forward. Like I said, I expect for him to be fighting, you know, those top 15 WBO guys and not really going after any big fights just yet. You know, but then again, you don't know. Bob Arum is kind of, you know, he's been kind of putting on tough fights lately. So, you know, who knows? Maybe his mentality is like, I'm not going to be around forever, not being disrespectful. But the man is, what, like 85 years old? So maybe he wants to see Valdez versus Lomachenko soon, you know? And with Lomachenko not having too many options, you know, for opponents outside of the Salido 2 rematch that's coming up. And then he'll probably fight Vargas after that. And then maybe you can, you know, maybe you can put Valdez in there. Let me go look at Valdez real quick and see what his... Yeah, basically, he's fought his career, his whole career so far, you know, at the 126-pound or just above the 126-pound limit, like 127, things like that. So he's not, to me, he's not a guy that's got to come down a whole bunch of weight to make 126 pounds. But, you know, Crawford versus Postol is about to hit the ring. T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. And, we will be back to a very consistent schedule within the next 2 months. I wanted the website launched before Frampton versus Santa Cruz, but you know that would have been rushing, and you know just got to make sure we do things right, make sure we do things thorough, so things would be easier in the future. Please subscribe. All the links to my social media are right down below in the description box. My Instagram is TST Controversy. Anything boxing related is my page is popping, you know, and a whole bunch of funny shit is on there too. And my Twitter is what I use to validate information, as far as, you know, if I hear some news or something happens, you know, like I retweet it. So basically you can have somewhat of an idea where I'm getting a lot of my information from. T Street Controversy Live.